Greetings and salutations.
Greetings!
Today I want to be talking about some elder OG Zoomer games that you may or may not have known about, maybe you've forgotten about. Now, I want to preface this by saying that I am, in fact, 21 years old, which is retirement age, you know. It just basically means my life is over. I'm not a millionaire, nor am I a student of Andrew Tate's Hustle University.
You're wrong!
So it's basically over for me, and I can't really do much about it, you know, I just have to sit here and accept it. But one of the things that I can do, however, is sit back and just be nostalgic and just remember the good old days when I didn't have to worry about much. You know, I could just worry about coming home from school and just firing up the old Xbox 360 and just playing my favorite games. Now I have to worry about things like car insurance, taxes, possible war that I may or may not be drafted in. Thankfully, I'm gay,
You're gay! He's gay!
so they probably won't be coming after me unless absolutely necessary, so let's hope it doesn't go there. One of my favorite things about my childhood is just sitting down in front of a TV and firing up the old Xbox, like I said, and just playing games all day for 6-8 hours a day. I played so many games that I actually have, like, when I put my hands in a resting position, they curl up around an imaginary controller. Here, let me show you.
No.
Like this is my hands resting. Perfect for a controller. You know, many OGs, I'm sure you guys have this. Like, this is genuinely my hands resting. Let me put this down so I can show you. That's me, like, not tensing any muscles. That's just them resting. So, let's get on with the list. Let's talk about my first game that I want to talk about. And I think the first game should be OG Minecraft. You already know, man. OG Minecraft is the best. This is an absolute classic. And do you guys remember when Minecraft was made and developed by just one person? Just one person, and that one person was a Swedish dude called Notch. And Notch would just made the game and developed it and updated it from time to time. And most of these kids don't know, but Notch is I don't know how to say this. He may or may not be a... Alright, let's just move on. Now, the younger ones watching this video may or may not know that when we first started playing Minecraft, we didn't even have hunger bars. When you ate food, it would just replenish your health. Like, there was no such thing as a hunger bar when the first game started. Did you know that? Do you remember that? I remember that. Let me just go off here, because I'm about to go on a crazy ramble about OG Minecraft, because I just love OG Minecraft. So, for the longest time, all we had in the game was, like, chickens, pigs, creepers, zombies, and skeletons, right? That's like what we had for like the longest time in the game. We didn't even have this fancy world generation. All of our mountains were basically either hills or sheer cliffs. Like that's as good as it got. That's all you had. We didn't even have the biomes that we have nowadays. We didn't have jungles, no dark forests, no mushroom biomes, not even the nether. Can you imagine that? No nether? And let's not forget that the lighting was terrible in this game. When it first came out, it looked terrible. It looked like dog ass. It was so bad. We didn't have stone bricks or anything like that. It was bare. We only had like a dozen or so blocks to actually do something with. But you know what? We still found a way. We still had fun. That's that Elder Zoomer resilience. You know, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Keep in mind, to get around, we didn't even have rails or anything like that to get around quickly. What you would do is after a few updates, what you could do is you would have a pig, and then you would have to go explore and find a saddle for said pig. And then you would have to create a carrot on a stick. Then you would hop on that pig, and it would just lead you around wherever you pointed the carrot. And that's as good as it got, and it was only a little bit faster than walking, if I remember correctly. Like, you guys know nothing about that. You know nothing about the struggles. You guys have your high-speed ice boat highways nowadays. You guys have no idea what it took to find a saddle for a pig, and then that's all you had, just a pig with a saddle and a carrot on a stick. Oh, let's not forget, we didn't even have beds back in the day. You just had to like survive the night, basically. Like that was your only option, was just to survive the night, stay indoors somewhere and like mine and hope that you're safe. Oh, let's not forget the villagers. We didn't have villagers for the longest time, and when we did, you couldn't trade with them. They were just these little villagers and their villages, which all looked the same, by the way. The villagers all looked the same. They didn't like change from biome to biome. You just walk up to them and they'd give you that same fluoride stare, talking about no enchantments either. So you just had to make do with the tools you had, brother. No enchantments. You know, Minecraft has become a much better game now. I like the updates. I like where it's going. I like the fact that Microsoft bought it, because in my opinion, I don't think there was much Notch could do with it. I mean, he's just one guy for an extremely popular game. This may or may not be a controversial opinion, but it's probably for the best that Microsoft bought Minecraft.
Oh! Ew! What the fuck?
So yeah, I like the updates except for the mob votes. That is Democracy Manifest.
This is Democracy Manifest.
That is proof that democracy does not work. And if you're the type of person to leave phantoms on in your world, I'm highly suspicious of you and your life choices. Not much can change my opinion of a person, but if you keep phantoms on, like on purpose, you don't know that you can't turn them off. If you know that you can turn them off and you don't, what are you doing? Like genuinely, what are you doing? So yeah, mob votes suck. And a little personal story of mine, when I was a little kid, no one would buy Minecraft for me. So what I would do is I would install the demo. I'm sure many OGs remember the demo on Xbox 360 where you would just be spawned in this pre-made world. It would be like a tutorial thing. I would blaze through the tutorial as fast as I can just so I could build something, you know. And on the PC, I think it was just an hour that they gave you to like play the game basically. And when that hour was up, dude, I would just reinstall it and just play it again because I had no other choice. I had no money. No one would buy the game for me until my 10th birthday when my sister actually bought the game for me, which I was very joyous about. It was a very joyous day for me. So yeah, man, good times with Minecraft. On to the next game I want to talk about in this video, Garry's Mod. I love Garry's Mod. I was addicted to those scary Gmod maps that you could find on the Community Workshop on Steam. But you know what? I was actually too scared to play them myself. So I would just watch these dudes on YouTube going through this map. This was really funny for me. I loved watching it. I would spend hours watching it. I tried to find them nowadays, but I think they're buried somewhere in YouTube, or maybe they're non-existent anymore. I don't know. But what's crazy is a lot of these kids watch Skibidi Toilet.
CBDBD dop dop, yeah, yeah. CBDBD dop dop, yeah.
And they don't know that it's made with Garry's Mod. Isn't that insane? Like, they don't know that that's an OG Zoomer game they're watching. I guess I'd be okay with it if they like knew it was Garry's Mod. But my nephew, he loves Skibidi Toilet, and I told him, I was like, dude, that's Garry's Mod. I used to play that game. Like, those videos are made with Garry's Mod. And he's like, what are you talking about? It's crazy, man. These kids, let me tell you. But nothing was better than the multiplayer in Garry's Mod. You know, the like dark RP and the murder game mode and the TTT game mode, which I can't even say what the actual name is, but OGs will know what TTT stands for. Those are my favorite, even though when I logged on and talked on my mic, I'd be called a squeaker. But who's the squeaker now is a question I have to ask you. Who's the squeaker now? Not me. It's you. It's you. You're the squeaker now. Don't forget that. Put some respect on my name. So yeah, people still play Garry's Mod nowadays, but it's just less popular, which is a shame. I like to go back to Garry's Mod every once in a while, but I just end up playing it for a couple days and then uninstalling it. Next, I want to talk about Call of Duty.
That's right! Get no scopes! Get no scopes!
I loved Call of Duty back in the day. The OGs were my favorite. I'm talking about Call of Duty 5, the Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and the OG Modern Warfare 1 and 2. Such legendary games, and I still sometimes play them to this day. To this day, I still play them. These kids know nothing about the horrors that we had to face in Call of Duty 5. This game would literally start as you would be a Marine, and then you would be captured in like this little fishing hut that these Japanese soldiers made for you. And the game starts off with a dude with one of your friends getting his throat slit open by one of these Japanese officers. It was terrifying. I remember always having to look away at that part. I think that really changed me. That really changed my psyche as a little kid. And then you would get the flamethrower, which was awesome, but really, really brutal. And in those Pacific levels, you would run around with this flamethrower, and I'm sure you remember these Japanese troops would come out of the bushes with their bayonets charging at you, talking about bonsai. That game was the best. I love that game. And let's not forget that only a couple levels later, you would wake up almost dead in Stalingrad with Reznov. These kids know nothing about Reznov. Who's Reznov? Dude, Reznov was an OG.
We will take the fight to their land, to their people, to their blood.
Put some respect on his name. Put some respect on my...
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
And something these kids that couldn't imagine in a million years is fighting through Berlin with historically accurate flags everywhere. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. There were historically accurate flags everywhere. If these kids saw that, they'd be like, they'd probably cry, to be honest. And remember in Black Ops 1 when there was this trick that you could do where you would go prone and then you just keep swapping weapons and it would look like your character is dead. And then when someone walks by, you just pop up and shoot them. Man, I hated that trick. I never fought dirty. That's something about me. I don't like to fight dirty, but when that happened to me, I was so angry. So angry. So disrespectful to do that too. Unbelievably disrespectful.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am.
Oh, and let's not forget about the zombies. The OG round-based zombies. None of this. Dude, I hate the modern zombies. Like, I cannot explain to you how sad I am about the state of modern Call of Duty zombies. You know, the maps like Kino der Toten, Transit, Nacht der Toten. Dude, those were my favorite map of all time to this day is still Kino der Toten. It is so good. And let's not forget about the Easter eggs that we had to go through. This was some of the most convoluted, most ridiculous, rambunctious type Easter eggs you had to go through just to like see something cool in the map. And you actually had to try to survive. You had limited space. You know, it was good zombies. It was good zombies. They're not making those anymore, and it's such a shame. Call of Duty remains to be a very popular game and a classic, and it seems like they're actually starting to innovate again. I heard that there's new round-based zombies in the Call of Duty games. Like, I haven't bought a new Call of Duty game since, like, the Modern Warfare 1 reboot. Yeah, so let's just hope that we see more innovation from them in the future. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I have some more esoteric games I do want to talk about, but I'll leave it for another video. If you want to see more of me talking about video games, hit the like button, subscribe for me. It's free, please. It'll encourage me to actually keep doing this. There's a lot more things I want to talk about. Thanks for spending your time with me. That's it. Goodbye.